Today, our 1579th Cheonshim Won special visual devotion, everyone participating, truly welcome, and I congratulate you. Today, around the world, we are connected to about 37,000 locations and about 46,000 members offering devotion with one heart. Heavenly Korea, Cheonwon Special District has 173 members here in the main devotions headquarters. Sungmun University 48, Cheonseung Grand Church 44, Namyeongjung 42, Iksan, Changwon, Cheonan. In this order, Korea is offering their devotion. Today, Namyeongjung Church reached their 600th visual devotion. So right there you can see they wrote 600 big and bold. And let us hope that Namyeongju Church experiences great revival through Cheonshim Won visual devotion. In Nam Gwangju Church also 600 visual devotion and is continuing to stack their tower of devotion. Today, in front of the detention center, there are members attending or offering endless devotion, and we received a letter. Today, the 256th day, for True Mother who is walking the path of the cosmic cross, we offer our devotion. Today, with rain and winds, in front of the Vigil Detention Center, we have Kwanak Buri Ansan Church, and we're offering devotion together. In the long history of the chosen Han people of Korea, the chosen people have walked the path for the will of heaven. Korea has walked such a history. And in the embrace of heavenly parents, and among the chosen people, True Mother came as a light. The way of the Han people is the way of the humanity. And the proof or testifying to True Mother is the completion of the providence. And True Mother's name will be recorded or will be engraved eternally beyond the ages. And especially during this 1579th Cheonshim Won special visual devotion, we offer our hearts in prayer for the protection of our True Mother. Church leader Song In-young, every night he is sending us these messages in front of the detention center. Today, as well, in West Africa, they are continuing their fourth 40-day spirituality workshop. In Cameroon, we have 56 trainees there. And every day they connect with the main headquarters and they are offering devotion. In Heavenly Europe, Middle East, in Poland, they're having their 14-day spirituality workshop. And currently in Poland, we have 30 participating. And they're offering their utmost devotion. Thank you. And Heavenly North America, Cheonshim Won, today 30 are connected to the main headquarters and offering devotion. Like this, they continuously connecting with the main branch and offering devotion. This devotion is very important. This main branch or headquarters devotion is like the beating of the heart. So you must connect with the main branch, and the more you offer devotion in such a way, you can move forward with belief upon belief, and it becomes such a devotional standard. In Taiwan, in San Francisco, in LA, or Moscow, or Mozambique, you can see that worldwide, there are members participating in the visual devotion, and to all of you around the world, I express my deepest gratitude. Last week, There is Hamanaka Kyoko, who was participating in the visual devotion. He was from Japan, and he attends Musa Shinho Church, and he gave us his reflection or testimony. To Heavenly Parent, the true parents, I express my deepest gratitude. I participated in the long-awaited 3-day spirituality workshop, and before I participated, I asked, what can I do? What do you want from me? With these questions in mind, I offered devotion conditions, and in every program, all programs started with unending tears. Along with President Lee Gi-sung and all the staff's devotion, I am truly grateful. This year, I am 70, or I become 70, and it's been, or it will become 52 years since I started my life of faith. Living a life of devotion, the nights I was tired and fighting with myself and wanted to go back home. That night, I met Heavenly Parents. That heart and that appearance that I saw and felt, it was so pitiful. And from then on, no matter what happens, I walked without hesitation. I dreamt of true Father and true Mother continuously, but I couldn't dream of Heavenly Parents. With the heart of wanting to meet Heavenly Parent again, I participated in this workshop. On the very first day, during the prayer time, I heard a voice of Heavenly Parent saying that He wants us to protect True Mother. I was astonished. Until now, whether it was becoming one with True Mother or whether attending True Mother, or whether it was a prayer for the children, I never offered a prayer of protecting True Mother. So for a prayer of protection for True Mother, I came to the conclusion that prayer at visual devotion was the greatest prayer for protection of True Mother. Every day I'm participating in the visual devotion, but at home there are times where I couldn't continuously offer the devotion. But not long ago, to our prayer room at home, our church leader connected it with the Cheonshim Won. It felt like an expression of True Mother wanting all of her children to offer earnest Cheonshim Won devotion. And interestingly and surprisingly, when I go home, my fatigued body or my body that was in bad condition suddenly becomes good. And there are many times I was cured from illness through Cheonshim Won devotion. This devotion is truly a time of breathing in love that Heavenly Parent, the true parent, sends us. Heavenly Parent that is roaring, looking upon True Mother, along with True Father and Hyojinim Hungjinim, to support them and advocate for them and to help them. I am to attend this visual devotion and move forward. Heavenly Parents, true parents, thank you so much. Aju. Truly, if you have inspiring or moving or touching contents or stories, please turn them in. Receiving great grace is not grace to be only for you, but you are to testify about it and spread it. Think of it like that. And that is one of the ways to give back for the grace you received. If you received grace through the word, spread the word. If you received grace through devotion, spread devotion. And if there's grace you received throughout your life, then spreading that grace and testifying about that grace in front of heaven, that is part of our mission. And already a day passed, you can see. So, when we started our visual devotion, or Yu Jong-hyun, leader, we received the news. He's a 72 couple bus family. He ascended. We got that news. truly all of his life he walked for the will, and as the national messiah of Malaysia, he truly worked hard. So truly, let us all pray for him, and those who can offer Hyojong wish papers. And if we comfort him on his way, we believe he will truly be happy. Not being swayed left or right, truly living just for the sake of Heavenly Parents' will and true parents' will, that is a great blessing. No matter what achievements you made, if you forget about faith, if you distrust at the very last moment, you go into the spirit world, you lose everything. So our students asked True Father to give them the most important words, and that most important word that True Father gave was that you have to die well. You must all ascend well, everyone here. Aju? Dying well, 성화, ascension, is living according to that name, centering on Heavenly Parent and True Parents, becoming one in heart, and with one minds. The couple is to become one in body and truly be unified and living one life like that. That becomes the standard of 성화, ascension. 아주? Our Yu Jong-hyung leader, who lived up to that standard, I hope you had a glorious ascension. Today, team leader Kim Sang-ho sang our song. Saying our mother. And thinking of True Father. And thinking of the heart of True Mother, we had such a time. May True Mother return to Cheonshim, and may the day that we can personally offer this praise to True Mother, I hope you offer that devotion for such a day to come forward. Today, Sakai Shota gave his testimony. From ever since middle school, he was a dormant second generation, but during high school, third grade, there was a very terrifying experience. A junior that he loved through school violence made a tragic decision. And from then on, he started to have questions why human beings live and is there an afterlife? And after coming to the training center, he received amazing grace. And he had a time where he could truly experience the sadness of Heavenly Parent. But our Heavenly Parent that was in the darkness, in the mud, he saw Heavenly Parent calling out, "My son, my daughter," with tears, and feeling the heart of Heavenly Parent wanting to embrace his children but not being able to do so. He received great grace from that experience and received a blessing. And seeing him going on Heavenly Top Gun, we can truly see that he received amazing grace and being diagnosed with malaria twice and gaining 3 spiritual children. Even with such achievements, to move his life of faith centering on himself through centering on Heavenly Parent, he attended the 21st spirituality workshop and feeling the heart of True Mother. He had experiences of continuous tears shedding from his eyes and participating in this workshop with the heart of a parent without a single day of conflict with the other members. He could have a graceful time at this workshop. It says that our parents' heart have a body of a servant, and their sweat is for the land, and the tears are for humanity, and the blood they shed is for the heaven. Truly, or in fact, Those who live with a parental heart have no conflict.
자기 딸이라고 생각한다면은 그 갈등이 없는 것입니다.
And say
간에도 마찬가지입니다.
you're having conflict with someone, but you or the daughter of Heavenly Parent, your conflict dissolves. Same with brothers and sisters. And today, Sakai Shota had that realization, and his testimony reminds us of that heart and how important it is to have it. And he had this. There was a member in his team that joined the workshop with the mindset, if I don't receive grace, I'm going to leave the church. And was thinking on the third day he was going to leave. But truly, through our trainee Sakai Shota, he kept that other trainee's faith. So of course, the grace of many people and lecturers is important. But the advice that those give you, that other trainees give you, that is also very important. And you may think sometimes, I don't like that trainee. Why did he come at the same time of me? And if you sort of, bully him, then that could be the end of that trainee's life. Like the junior of Sakai Shota. That's basically why he made that tragic decision to take his own life. To a person who's just minding their business or studying, people, come and bully him and take acts of violence. That's why people, take their own life. But truly, with the body of a servant, if we shed blood, sweat, and tears, then that heavenly unified world will come about. He made a great determination that he will become a righteous man who contributes to the construction of the international highway that True Parents desired so much. After True Father ascended, True Father always emphasized that we have to have that international highway, and seeing that there were second generations that understand this. This is our hope. And we must not give up, as that is the Heavenly Parent's dream. And as pure water, he reported that he will fulfill the mission of Heavenly Child Messiah, and to Heavenly Parent, True Parents, and his physical parents who believed him, he offered his gratitude. Today, our international trainees sang a song or shouting towards our mother. I don't know if that was the right title. Shout and sing for our mother, to the Queen of the universe. Loving eternally, I will stand in that position. So they offered this praise, and each path that our true mother walked, it is all holy, holy, holy paths that she walked. Her entire life was of those paths. So, therefore, even in the detention center, it's holy. Being in the courthouse, holy. Hospital, holy. Now there will be thousands upon thousands of songs that praise our true mother. And during this golden time while true mother was alive, her father passed away due to cardiac arrest, leaving 5 siblings, or 5 children. The wife, the mother, had to take care of them on her own. She worked diligently, and when she came home, she would change her clothes quickly and run to the church to offer vigil devotion. But in the eyes of our unju, or trainee, the mother offered vigil devotion every single day without missing even one. And she asked her mother, "Why are you offering so much devotion?" The mother said, "For our family." And that moved her heart, and that was the start of her offering devotion or participating in the vigil devotion. But she said she couldn't have conviction in her life of faith yet. And in the words, True Mother's words that we read, True Parents said it is a problem. How many members can we truly call members? Those who do not have conviction, they are not real members. So, True Mother, she said to go to the 40-day spirituality workshop, but she didn't want to go. So they went for something more lighter. Holding the hand of her mother, she went to the 3-day Cheonshim residence workshop. And receiving amazing grace, she decided to join the 20th spirituality workshop. And realizing the love and blessing of heavenly parented true parents, she then attended the attendance workshop and received even greater grace. And she was actually a taekwondo athlete, and 6 years ago, she was very badly injured. And today, she was offering praise at the very front of the stage. And we can see she's very taekwondo material, and she must have been very disappointed when she had to go through such surgeries. But we can truly see that through these difficulties, Heavenly Parent is trying to use her for something great. Jacob, while fighting or wrestling the angel, also lost his hip bone, I believe. But even through that, he would continue to wrestle. And while feeling pain during the attendance workshop, she would think of True Mother's pain, and she was able to continue going, wailing at the pain of True Mother. And rather than submitting or being controlled by the limitations of her body, she listened to the voice of her heart. And then she was able to become a person who shouts out 아버지 어머니 loud and offer prayers aloud, resonance prayers. This is not easy. There were times where she felt limitations of her stamina and being ill and feeling pain in her joints, but despite all of this pain, she did not give up. And through the program, she entered the domain of truly feeling and resonating with the heart of true parents. And she was able to truly realize what attendance means. In a place where there's no light, with a happy appearance, with a happy heart, offering devotion, offering your service, that is what attendance is. And she received such a realization. And thinking of the tears of True Mother, she said, "The path that my mother walked, I will also walk. I, too, with an independent faith, will walk this path." And to show us how she will live that life of faith independently, she said she will go to the overseas Cheonshim Won volunteer corps. That is what she determined. Truly being reborn as a amazing, filial daughter. For this, our Yusa Emike, member of Iksan Church, truly offered desperate devotion. I believe this is her mother, and she is also offering vigil devotion today. Let's offer them a great round of applause. There's no greater blessing than having a filial son or filial daughter. Aju? Heavenly Parents was able to have the only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, after 4,000 years. And after 6,000 years,
찾아 세우시고
he was able to have the
메시아를
absolute
찾아 세우시고
filial daughter, the only begotten daughter.
복귀된 아담 해와 완성된
And then
효자 효녀 완성된
the returning Messiah, with
참 부모님을
as the
찾아
restored Adam and Eve,
무용의
and the
하나님께서
completed filial son and daughter,
쓰시는 놀라운
they manifested
영광의 자리에
as the
들어가게
true parents.
부모 되신 여러분
And true
모두가
parents used their bodies, and they were able to ascend to the position of glory.
참 효자 참 효녀를
So everyone
두는 것입니다. 아주
who are parents, the greatest blessing
모심수로를
is
통해
having a filial son, a true filial son and true filial daughter.
참 부모님께서 내재하실 수 있고
So within
그리고
the attendance workshop, heavenly parents and true parents
부모 되신 분이
can
그
be
마음
within
안에
you, within your heart.
거할 수 있다면은
And if
그야말로
you're
영생
and your physical parents can also be in your heart.
누리는 자리에 서게 되는 것이
And that means you're
사람이 죽으면
entering a
명당
position
자리에 들어가려고.
of
우리 한국
blessing.
사람은 명당 영화도 있고 죽을 때 어디가 명당 자리냐 명당 차지하려고 난리가 나잖아요.
Oof.
근데 가장 좋은 명당은 어딘지 아십니까? 육신을 빌려서 영인체가 완성하는 것이기 때문에 가장 좋은 명당은 육신을 가진 후손들을
명당.
효자, 효녀, 충신
So the greatest
영인체 완성을 향해 천심 수행을 하는 자녀들을 땅에 두고 재림할 수 있다면은 그것이 가장 큰 명당 자리를 차지하는 사람이 되는 것입니다. 아주 무덤을 잘 썼다 하더라도 용계에서 후손이 잘못하면
So even if you have a great grave,
70대가 걸리고 거꾸로 수저박힌다는 말씀도 있는 것입니다. 가장
the greatest grave you can have,
후손을 잘 두는 것이다.
or the greatest blessing you can have, is having
우리가
great
축복받는
descendants. And we receiving the blessing,
내가 이렇게 축복을 받고
in the
책임을
core of
다하면
it, receiving the blessing and fulfilling all of your responsibilities, then you will have great descendants.
아주 우리 조만웅 회장님
Our
간증
elder
중에
pastor
종자
Cheonshim
회장에 대한 말씀이 있습니다. 키가 작아가지고 빠꾸를 3번이나 당했다는 거예요. 그런데 지금같이 훌륭한 사모님 짝을 져주시면서
And while being blessed to an amazing woman,
계량하는 거라고 얼마나 큰 축복을 하셨는지. 회장님은 키가 작은데 아들을 낳고 키우다 보니까
while having a child and nurturing him,
엊그제도 자랑하시더라고요.
the son eventually grew to be 183 centimeters, although they're very short. And our elder pastor Cheonshim, I think he was rejected 3 times in the blessing because he was short. But
우리 사모님 복 받아서 1등 신랑 만난 겁니다. 아주
elder pastor Cheonshim's wife, you're truly blessed. You found the greatest husband you can, or in the world. So although we may be going through difficult times, thinking of our descendants, we must offer devotion.
아주 타락성 받는 탕감 조건 세워서
Setting conditions of indemnity that rid of our fallen nature with clean minds and bodies, we must move forward and act. And at least through the 40-day workshop, you must enter the domain of rebirth. And even in True Parents' words, it was stated, the problem that we face today is how to go back to the heart of the early days. How every day can we spread the words of the divine principle to everyone so that we can lead them to 7-day, 40-day, and 21-day workshops and eventually to the blessing. You must make many unification members and make the church that is alive and breathing.
모든 사람을 40일 수련 이상 다 바쳐서 정말로
If we truly on the standard of rebirth,
360만 쌍, 4천만 축복을 받고 해나갔다고 한다면은 우리가 얼마나 놀라운 축복 역사가 벌어졌겠습니까?
And bring everyone to the 40-day workshop and had everyone blessed. What great blessing that is. And trying to live with someone and establish a family with someone who hasn't experienced rebirth.
영적으로는 죽은 사람과 같은 사람하고 살려니.
It's the same as trying to live with someone who is spiritually dead. So how difficult that would that be?
축복을 받고 25년 동안 남편이 교회 한 번
After being blessed for 25 years, there are sometimes husbands who do not attend the church not even once, and there are also spouses that beat each other.
그래서 40일 수련을 받는 것은
That's why attending the 40-day workshop, it is the amazing grace of heaven
참여나가 되기 위한
to become
조건입니다.
true husbands or true wives of the future. It is the condition of rebirth.
40일 수련, 영성 수련
To have children and live a good life
통해서
through the general 40-day, spirituality 40-day, attendance 40-day,
이 사람은 진짜 식구다.
establishing a standard of rebirth.
진짜 효녀다.
We can truly say, he is a true member, he is a true filial son or true filial daughter, he is true spouse material,
다고 한다면은
or true husband material, true wife material. If we truly
천일국 이 땅에 이루어진
want to,
말씀이 오늘 말씀에
if we truly
말씀입니다.
all enter such positions, then the land of Cheonryuguk will show itself. That was the core of the words today.
보고를 드린 겁니다.
And that is why we had the report of the 7th attendance workshop.
끝난 왜 자꾸 7차
Actually, the 8th attendance workshop just finished, but why did we just offer the 7th attendance workshop report? It's because we didn't do it before, because we're so busy.
중요한 목적은
And the core of this report
효자 되는 수련, 효녀 되는 수련,
was that it is a workshop
수련.
where one can become a filial son, a filial daughter, to become a truly loyal subject,
비법을 전수받는 시간이
and truly experiencing rebirth
모심 수련 받고
and
성김에
inheriting the methods of, or the secrets of succeeding.
할수 있고, 사회생활하면서
And through this,
모든 일을
you can truly become victorious in your life of faith, in your life of family, and your life in society.
직장에서 사랑받고
And if you truly live a life of attendance in your workplace, you'll be loved in your workplace.
하늘은 가르쳐 주신다. 아주
And in your life of faith, if you keep on offering devotion and live a life of attendance, heaven will teach you.
반드시 가르쳐 주신다. 통일교인들은
Heaven will absolutely teach you.
가르침 받아야 된다.
Our unification members must 100% be taught by heaven.
하늘의 메시지 받았다고 하는 거 의심하지 마세요.
And don't
자기가 받지
doubt that
못했으면
someone received a heavenly message.
생각하고 나도 아버님 메시지
If you didn't receive one, you must have this heart that I must 100% receive one. And thinking like I'm going to receive a message from True Father with a
시계 돌아가는 거 봤죠?
full investment, life and death determination. You must offer so much devotion so you can receive an answer. You saw the
정성을 들여서
the clock
그 표시입니다. 모심 수련생이
in the video, right? It stopped right at hour 24. That means our our attendance workshop trainees overcame their limits and offered bowing devotion, praise devotion, resonance prayer.
표시입니다. 모심 수련생이
In the video, right? It stopped right at hour 24. That means our attendance workshop trainees overcame their limits and offered bowing devotion, praise devotion, resonance prayer, and calling out name prayer devotion for 24 hours. And they were victorious in that devotion. And those people are the people that receive messages from heaven.
받아내는지 모릅니다.
So it's not just one or two people who receive heavenly messages. There are many with amazing contents. But there are many of those who doubt that these people received the messages. And was there not people who doubted that Jesus resurrected to his disciples in the Bible? So do not doubt. You move forward with belief upon belief. and hearing children testimonies thousands and thousands of times while we're on this earth with absolute love, absolute faith, and absolute belief. It's our absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience. For the liberation of heaven on earth and heaven on heaven, we are offering this devotion while connected to the main branch. And with such a standard of devotion, if your intensity of faith is satisfied, then heaven will come to you. Like when you're making ramen, when the water starts to boil, you put in the noodles. And like that, when you offer enough devotion, heaven will come to you. And Heavenly Parent will have dominion over you, have dominion over your family, have dominion over your church. And you were able to see, oh, Heavenly Parent is together with us. Jacob, who was in this position of a servant, he was able to understand, oh, God was here, Yahweh was here, Yahweh was here. So you, the Heavenly Parent you met at Cheonshim, the Heavenly Parent you met at Cheonshim Won prayer, the Heavenly Parents, if you enter a position where Heavenly Parent is always with you, then there's nothing you will do that won't bring you success or that you won't succeed. With such a standard in mind, I hope you offer prayer. Thank you.